So what's up, everyone? I'll tell y'all what's up. Due to earlier Googlings, I just had to close 2 tabs on Google Chrome. One, looking for the definition of Shimapan to make sure I was referencing it correctly. And the other being Jim Rash Dalmatian Fursona.
Hey, okay, hold on. I have several questions.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's one question. Why?
Because I couldn't remember. I was trying to make a funny Dean Pelton joke.
Well, hold on. Were they related searches?
No, they were completely separate. But we
Are
were
you
yelling
sure?
About, yes, I'm 100% sure. Never say to me the words Dean Pelton Shimapan. But they were unrelated conversations, and then I was going to make a funny Dean Pelton joke, and then I had to Google search it, and then later AMC promoted a tweet onto my timeline that showed a man dressed up like a Dalmatian. So I think the algorithm knows what I'm doing, and I've never been more scared in my life.
I was going to say, you're going to get the weirdest targeted ads now.
I know this
Just reminds me...
I know this shouldn't come as a shock to anyone here, but I don't have any fucking clue what you guys are talking about.
Okay,
there's like a mini arc in Community where Dean Pelton gets into Dalmatian furries, and he makes a fursuit, and he watches some muscular dude painted like a Dalmatian do horny things.
Who's Dean
It's an
Pelton?
entire thing from Community. I said in Community.
Oh.
Community, the show Community.
The show Community.
Yeah, and season 3, he gets horny for
Now
Dalmatians.
I know exactly what you're talking about, because I thought we were talking about a man named Dean Pelton, and my brain was just not making any sort of...
The Dean Pelton. Yeah, no, I kept making that brain fart, too.
Mm-hmm. It's been probably 3 years since I've watched Community, so it's not fresh from the noggin.
Probably not really worth revisiting, if I'm being perfectly honest. Do you know what Shimapan is? Do I have to define that to you?
No, I don't know what that is either.
It's striped panties.
Oh.
Yeah, striped underwear.
Okay. There's a word for that?
Yeah, it's a Japanese thing.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay. Fine.
But okay.
I'll accept it, whatever. This has been enlightening. I feel like I know both of you much better now.
Really?
No,
Listen,
not at all, actually.
Just because
Listen, I can get, I get that Gage is, a complete stranger to you, so, you don't know him from Adam, but, I figured you'd know me well enough that me saying that I had a Google tab open for the dictionary definition of Japanese striped underwear, I figured that wouldn't be surprising to you at this point, considering A, who I am, and B, who you're dating.
I mean, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but okay.
I'm saying I've told you about weirder searches, and I'm certain Roswell has told you about even weirder ones.
Yeah. Weirder in a different kind of way, though.
Well, yeah. Like Surgeon Mask Sexy.
Yeah, something like that. Let's not put him on blast while he's not here to defend his honor.
Sorry, Roswell.
Good.
Gage, what's up with you?
Oh, well, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hi, I have nothing prepared for this conversation.
Don't worry about it.
That's completely fine.
I rewatched the 2017 Mummy movie yesterday.
Oh, how was that?
Oh.
Was that yesterday?
Gage, why do you do these things to yourself? I feel like you, for as long as I've known you, every single time I'm like, I wonder what Gage has watched lately. 90% of the time, it's like, hey, I just watched a dog shit movie for the 4th time. You're the only person I know who watched Man of Steel 4 times.
That number has likely increased, but...
Good God, Gage!
This viewing of The Mummy was only the second one.
Okay.
Why did you see it the first time?
Because I like Tom Cruise as an actor.
Oh, no.
I do. Well, hold on, Blair, before you say anything, the thing is, I do too in certain movies. I love him in Live, Die, Repeat / Edge of Tomorrow, and he's really good in every Mission Impossible movie.
That's true.
He is. You could just go watch Rogue Nation, though. You don't have to watch The Mummy remastered or whatever.
His face is just so distracting to me that I can't, watch a movie with him in it without thinking, oh, he's the Scientology guy. And then that's the only thing I'm thinking about the entire movie. I tried watching Interview with a Vampire, and it's he's supposed to be, sexy and homoerotic, but he's also the Scientology guy, so I can't really think about it, you know?
Okay, listen, you want to know like a couple really, really good things about The Mummy 2017?
Yes, I absolutely really do.
Is there a DVD special where the entire audio is like that one busted trailer that got uploaded?
God, I fucking wish.
By Nick fucking Robinson, because that's the version of the post that I always see.
Yeah.
Anyways. So, there is a point, I don't know if you saw me tweet about this yesterday, Sarah, but there is a point where the titular mummy, Amunet, just shoryukens Tom Cruise off the top frame of the movie, and he gets like 4 seconds of hang time before he hits the ground. Mm-hmm. And it's the funniest goddamn thing, and it is played up for comedy.
It's like that scene in Jason Takes Manhattan when that dude like punches Jason 50 times, and then Jason like gives him the shoryuken once, and his head comes off.
Yeah. I'm pretty
Is
sure
that
exactly
before?
Like that.
Is that before or after Jason actually takes Manhattan in that movie?
That's after Jason Takes Manhattan. That's after the hour on the cruise ship.
Gotcha. The other really good thing about 2017's The Mummy is that there is a scene where Russell Crowe, as in this particular scene, as Eddie Hyde, which Russell Crowe, having the time of his life on this movie.
Is he playing Jekyll and Hyde?
He is playing Jekyll and Hyde in that movie.
Right. The Mummy was supposed to be like the start of the Universal monster franchise.
Yes,
right?
and Jekyll and Hyde is basically the Sam Jackson of that franchise. God. He is running basically I'm S.H.I.E.L.D.
Sorry.
No, hold on.
Sorry.
Okay, hold on.
Jekyll
Let
Hyde
me
is the Nick Fury of that franchise?
Yes. That is not even an exaggeration. But here's the thing. When him and Tom Cruise are having their big dumb fight, Eddie Hyde is just like, "Oh, you're a younger man," but that's hilarious to me because, as the trivia track points out for that, because I was watching it on like Amazon Video and it's got like IMDb shit on there. Tom Cruise is a year older than Russell Crowe. Tom Cruise desperately wants to be like 30, I think.
Forever. That's why he's into
forever.
Scientology, right?
That's why all of his like love interest characters are like half his age.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I'd buy that about Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
He's just so distracting.
Yeah. Speaking of distracting, y'all want to get to this episode?
Yes! Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Be Careful What You Wish For podcast.
I guess that's a very...
That's apt.
Simple way of putting the thesis of this movie.
And what you wish for, but only if what you're wishing for is for the dead to come back from the grave.
Yeah.
Welcome to your favorite. The Genie's 3 rules are there for a reason. Podcast.
And what a movie to watch on Father's Day. How about that?
Right. Oh my god.
What a movie to watch, A, on Father's Day, B, after our last episode was on Hereditary.
Yeah. Like.
And C, when I'm on the podcast. It's almost like I asked for this. But we'll get to that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the mild spoiler for Hereditary.
Well, I mean, we already know it's parental, right? Like, that's the whole thing in the previews. But
yeah, because that's the name of the movie, Parental.
Yeah.
Parental Terry.
Yep. So, Gage. Hello, Gage. Oh, we should introduce ourselves. I'm Blair. The other one's Sarah, and this is Gage. Hello.
Hello.
You are a guest on this podcast for the first time, so we have some questions for you. We're going to interrogate you real quick.
All right. I've been preparing for this my entire life.
Oh, yeah, good. When we have new guests on, we like to ask them like what their like beginning with horror was, what their like current relationship with horror is, and what their favorite like subgenres of horror are, if any at all.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, where your horror background?
Well, let me tell you a story.
Okay.
Because this is going to tie into the movie we watched today.
Okay.
So my my relationship with horror actually goes back to before I was born. When I was no longer a twinkle in my father's eye, and when I was but a funky fetus. My parents needed to get out of their sweltering hot apartment one day. And when they do that, they like to go to the movies because it's air conditioned.
Oh Christ!
The year is 1989, and Pet Sematary is playing in the theater.
Gage, I thought I knew this fact about you, and I was like, no, that can't be right. That's way too weird for that to actually be true. I must have misremembered it. I've known this dude for like 8 years. There's no way. And okay, finish your story, please.
So my dad's a huge Stephen King fan.
No kidding.
Because we're from New England. I'm a New England native.
Oh, sure.
New England, well known for being like one of the major sort of like tentpoles of like modern horror. You know, with Stephen King as an example, and that one super racist guy from the early 1900s, whatever his name was, who cares?
Yeah.
Wait, was he out of New England?
Yeah.
Lovecraft?
I didn't know this.
Yeah, he's from Rhode Island.
I kind of assumed he was, like, European for some reason.
Like, most of his shit takes place in New England.
I've never read any of it.
You ever hear Shadow over Innsmouth? Innsmouth's in Massachusetts. Fun fact. It's not a real place. It's not a real place.
I've heard of Shadow over Innsmouth. In my defense, Innsmouth does sound very much like a British Hamlet.
Well, yeah. That's all Massachusetts is.
Oh.
Places that sound British. It's because the British colonized it. Fun fact.
New
Don't know
England
if you knew this.
Come on, Sarah.
Listen, I'm just the dumb bitch who's along for the ride.
That's fair.
Anyways, Gage, please go on.
So yeah, my parents go to see Pet Sematary in the theater because they needed to get out of their apartment. They saw it. They liked the sound of the name Gage, and here I am, 28 years later.
So they just completely ignored the fact that the child you were named for gets turned into creamed corn by a truck.
Oh no, they knew. My dad had no doubt read this book before seeing the movie.
Yeah, no, but the fact that like they named you after that character in spite of that, like that was the impetus. Like that just seems like a bad, like that's just setting up for a bad omen. Do you think like when you turned 5, they were just like?
Yeah. Well, it's just like not only that, but then like later in the movie, coming back as like a fancy little evil boy.
So fancy.
Very shockingly fancy.
I got a nice robe and everything.
Yeah, with a top hat and a cane. I was like, ooh, this boy is fancy.
And a scalpel.
So now that you've been born and alive and stuff, what's your horror shit?
So my horror shit probably started with the Silent Hill movie by the time I was in college. I wasn't super into horror until that point. I chalk that up mainly to me being an impressionable young lad and accidentally seeing that scene from Final Destination 2 where the chick gets her head caught in the elevator.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we haven't actually watched Final Destination 1 or 2 on this podcast yet. We are going to have to change that at some point.
Yeah.
That's going to happen, and somehow, like, I don't know how, but Hereditary is not going to make it to the finals next year. Like, it's going to get knocked out by some dumb shit, and we're going to get Final Destination 1 versus Final Destination 2 in the finals.
And I'm going to champion both of them the entire way there.
Yeah, I know you will. You almost brought Final Destination 3 to the end, the last for 100.
I have my regrets, and it's the fact that I didn't bring the Final Destination to the top 2.
It was Final Destination 3 versus Pontypool. You were not going to win that fight. No, it was Final Destination 3 versus Lake Mungo. You fought yourself, bitch.
It was really hard. Okay, anyway, this is not a flashback episode. Continue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure, because by the time I had gotten into college, because I had sort of gotten into horror movies and horror games around the same time. I believe first horror movie was a Silent Hill movie. First horror game was the Silent Hill Shattered Memories, actually, I'm pretty sure.
Shat Mems.
Yeah, Shat Mems. Which I think came out before Alan Wake.
That fucking phrase just took me back like 8 years.
Yeah.
Because background, I've known Gage for probably the longest I know anyone I've met online. Like, I've known Gage since I was, like, a junior in high school, which was... Jesus, that was pretty much 8 years ago by now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. Like, I remember, like, Shat Mems was one of the first horror games that I picked up, and I referred to it exclusively as Shat Mems because I wanted to be cool, like Gage and other people.
Yeah, I'm super cool.
Right, yeah.
The coolest.
Listen, I idolized some weird people back then, some people that did not turn out to be very good people.
I'm the coolest.
You're the only one of, one of 3 people from those days that I actually, like, still talk to because they haven't been outed as, like, a giant piece of shit.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Hats off to Gage for not becoming a giant piece of shit.
Yeah. Big hats off. Thanks, Gage, for being a good person.
I try really hard.
It's an effort.
It is. But yeah, so like once I got a taste of the horror lifestyle, I couldn't go back to how I was before. I was tainted.
Yeah. By your dark desires.
By my dark desire.
For Silent Hill content.
I just remember that I think not to keep talking about this, but I'm pretty sure Gage was there during my brony phase.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Because you were in that too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we all were at one point in our lives, right?
Yeah.
Back when it was, you know.
I'm just saying, like, Gage is like the only person I still interact with who knew me during my brony days. Well, him and one other person.
I probably didn't even have a Tumblr back then, so not even in my online orbit at all. So, but yeah, we've all been there.
Anyways, enough reminiscing about the past. Y'all want to talk about gay and horror news?
Oh sure. What's up with gay and horror news?
The horror news is that I keep getting a trailer. I keep getting the trailer for fucking I keep getting the trailer for Unfriended Dark Web, and I keep watching it all the way through.
I mean, it's good, and I'm very excited for it, is the thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be good as hell.
Well, good is perhaps just an objective term. But I'm gonna rally for it being the movie of the year, all year, and anyone who tries to confront me about it is getting these hands, so, you know.
Other horror news. This movie called Summer of '84 is apparently getting released into video on demand, which I've heard nothing about. But the fact that the poster has like what the fuck was it? From Goosebumps, the smile and say cheese or what the fuck ever, say cheese and die.
Say cheese and die.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. It's got like a milk carton with a say cheese and die-esque skeleton with clothes and hair on the side under a missing thing.
As you do.
And it looks stupid as hell. I'm excited.
Are we sure it's not like a Goosebumps thing?
It could very well be a Goosebumps.
But
Stealth
Goosebumps are more 90s.
Goosebumps cinematic universe.
Why are people making like high-budget Goosebumps movies? There's a market.
They are.
Are they?
Upcoming horror.
There is a Goosebumps. There's a sequel to the most recent release of the Goosebumps movie that is coming out soon.
I know. I remember the Jack Black.
It had Jack Black in it. There's a sequel
that.
being produced of that.
Really?
They also had the TV show.
Well, I'm talking about film. This is a film podcast about film and cinema, and Goosebumps is cinema.
Goosebumps had a film. You dumb bitch.
I know what I said. Look, I didn't watch the Jack Black film of Goosebumps, but
right.
I kind of assumed that it flopped so tremendously that they would never talk about it again.
They're making a sequel.
But they're making a sequel, which is fabulous to me. So, which doesn't necessarily say anything about the quality of the first one, but it doesn't say anything necessarily negative about the quality of the first one. So I'm down to clown with whatever. I'm into it.
Other stuff on upcominghorrormovies.com. Just this review that they posted of a movie called Howlers, which is about a bloodthirsty werewolf motorcycle gang.
Oh, fun!
Here's the snippet. A mysterious monster hunter from the Old West returns from the grave to stop a bloodthirsty werewolf motorcycle gang from terrorizing a small town. We have to watch this.
Oh my god!
Isn't that just a Scooby-Doo episode?
That's like what? Right? Yeah. It's like it sounds fucking 80s as shit, right? But it came out while I was alive, apparently. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, this looks terrible. Sorry, it's not coming out until October 31st, 2018. I misread the header. It's not a review. This is just a new movie.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm gonna have to catch this bitch in theaters.
For sure.
Totes.
Toads. But
You want to get into this movie?
yeah, we watched a movie this week.
We watched Stephen King's Pet Sematary.
Spelled the correct way, with an S.
Yes. And an A.
And an A.
Several A's.
A couple A's, a handful of A's.
Like 2.
When I told my dad that this is what we were going to be watching this week, he got really excited because he's also a huge Stephen King fan. And he wanted to talk to me about it immediately, and I was like, you don't remember anything from this movie. as soon as we started talking about it, he's like, oh yeah, I love that movie. And I was like, oh, this detail. And he's like, it's probably been about 10 years since I've seen it. So, yeah, but he was actually just reading the paperback copy of Pet Sematary, so synchronicities and shit like that. Yeah. I love Stephen King. I love adaptations of Stephen King books so much because, I guess save for the exception of The Shining, which is like Stanley Kubrick as fuck. Like it's the Stanley Kubrickist movie to Stanley Kubrick. They tend to have such a very specific vibe to them that it's like, oh man, this is such an 80s adaptation of a Stephen King novel, and I just live for it every time. Like Carrie has the same vibe.
I really liked this because it felt like it felt like it felt like I know this is bad to compare like all 80s horror movies to this, but it felt like John Carpenter like phoned in a movie, and it's still a very good movie.
Yeah,
it's just good in a different way than like a John Carpenter joint is. This felt like a bit rate John Carpenter joint.
It was just an ooky spooky fun romp with some huge mortality issues.
With some huge mortality and grieving issues.
Okay. So, we open on this film in somewhere in New England. Maine. Mm-hmm.
I believe it is specifically Ludlow, Maine. If I remember what I read about the sequel correctly.
Okay, so...
Ooh, yeah, that's right. They made Pet Sematary 2.
So Stephen King never wrote a sequel to Pet Sematary, right?
Yeah,
he did not.
So the studio was just like, let's just like do it again.
That was the Secret of Nim sequel. Which
when are we watching that?
Oh God, Gage,
again.
We talked about this before. That movie has killed multiple podcasts.
Are we sure it was that movie and not Master of Disguise?
I'm sure because it also killed the second iteration of One Star Cinema that I tried to do with Blair.
That's correct.
So when when we're finally sick of doing this podcast, we'll watch Secret of Nim too. And you can be on for that, Gage, if you want to.
Yes!
Every one of our past guests come on and just get the worst overtalk in human history.
Okay, we'll get all of our past guests and then our entire audience just in like a Discord channel, like a voice channel. And we'll just be screaming at each other for an hour, and then we'll just release that. And then never talk to anyone online ever again. We'll delete all of our social media. We'll build a cabin in the woods, and we'll just live there and raise rabbits and grow potatoes. How's that sound?
You can build a cabin in the woods. I'll build a Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Okay. Okay.
I got jokes.
I guess it's a joke.
You can't do... Blair, you say that to me all the time, and it's extremely mean, but, like, it's cool because we're friends and we've been doing this podcast for 2 years. You can't say that to guests. It's mean.
I laughed at it, so I can't talk shit.
Yeah, you can. So we made our main cast of Lewis, Rachel, and their children, Gage and Ellie.
Mm-hmm. And
okay, so hold on, because I would be remiss in mentioning this. Another thing that makes this movie super weird is that the sister's name is actually one letter off from my actual sister's name. Oh,
shit. Older or younger?
Younger. So the
it's non-canonical.
Yeah.
You're an AU version of this movie.
Where's the movie an AU version of me?
Oh, shit.
This is some Dark Tower shit. Tying it back. Okay, continue.
So, this quaint little family has moved to Maine, a little small town in Maine on a busy road. We also have Church the cat, which is it's short for Winston Churchill, but Church is such a bomb-ass name for a cat, and it's such...
Like, I need to compile a list of, like, the best animal names in movies, because Church is among them.
Church is...
I was about I was about to list Grandpa, the dog from Stop Podcasting Yourself, but that is not a movie.
Not a movie. The Stop Podcasting Yourself cinematic universe. But Church being short for Winston Churchill is even fucking better because, like, just give your animal, like, a real-ass human name. Right?
Yeah.
Just like...
No, he's named after the Red versus Blue character.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sending you back to 2015 with that joke, Blair.
I'm just gonna stare wistfully out the window for a second.
Gage, you've got, like, all of those DVDs, don't you?
I've got most of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I own a book.
I don't have any of the new seasons.
Heads in the house.
I own the book, so.
There was a book?
Yeah,
Probably.
it was just like not like literature. It was mostly pictures, but it came out while I was in the fandom, so I bought it, and now it just collects dust in my room. But that's fine. The things we do for love, and the Halo Men. But so family in Maine from Chicago. One is a doctor. Yes. He's going to be teaching at the university, and they live on this super busy road, and you're immediately like, this is going to be crucial to later plot points.
Yes, because the first thing that happens is Ellie gets in a tire swing and falls, and I got very worried that she was going to break her leg, and that was going to be a whole thing for the movie.
Me too.
And then she doesn't. She's fine. Mm-hmm. And then Gage, the 2-3-year-old toddler, waddles into the road and is saved by Judd Crandall from across the street, who looks a lot like Leslie Nielsen, but isn't quite.
Who is that actor?
Herman Munster.
No. Oh. I know who Leslie Nielsen is. That's who I thought it was, but not.
No, it's Fred Gwynn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He was Herman Munster. Yeah,
right. We kind of spoiled one of the questions. I kind of spoiled one of the questions that we got for this week's podcast. Yeah. But yeah, so little Babby Gage tries to waddle into the road because he's like 3 years old. He has no fucking self-preservation because 3-year-olds are fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm. This is true. It walks into the road, gets scooped up, and they're like, "Oh, thank you," and we're like. We all just, like, look at the movie, and we're like, yeah, we know what's going to happen here.
Oh, yeah. We know that baby is not surviving into hour 2 of this movie.
Okay, this movie is 104 minutes long. There's no second. Anyway.
There isn't, Blair, the first hour finishes, you're in the second hour, even though there's not 2 whole hours. Sorry, I should have said past the first hour. This baby is not surviving past the first hour of this movie. Does that make more sense?
Yes. Hey. So... all of this happens. Then, a bad crash happens, and the doctor, who Lewis is his name, is the man's name, has to take care of this person because they're like rushing him to the hospital, and he's the doctor, and he's gonna take care of him. And he's got this huge like bleeding gash in his head because he got like hit by a truck or something. And a
lot of that going around.
Yeah, a lot of truck. You would think they would like. Do something about that, right?
Nah.
Like, they're like, oh, this entire set. Okay, later, Jeb is like, or Jed, not Jeb.
Jeb.
Judd.
It is Jeb.
Is it Jeb?
Judd.
It's Judd.
It's Judd.
It's Judd.
It's J-U-D.
What the fuck? It's Judd.
His name is actually Jug.
Okay, it's Jughead. Tells.
Jughead Jones.
Jughead tells the family about, the reason for this road, or the reason for that path you were talking about, the mysterious path that leads into the woods, is because of this road, because people's pets die all the fucking time. So we have a huge pet cemetery dedicated to them just in the woods. And I'm thinking, like, okay, but also, if this is a constant problem, and this is a small town, you would think that, like the 100 members of this town would be able to congregate inside City Hall and be like, I'm so sick of my pets dying. My dogs and cats just keep dying because of these damn trucks. Can we do something about this? But no.
You would think that, but it is Maine.
Okay. I've never even stepped foot in Maine before, so I'm not an expert. so I can't challenge you on that.
I have. You're not missing much.
I'm sure. So, head.
There's a lot that happens in this movie.
Yeah. Person with a head gash. Like, poof.
Yeah.
Pascal.
Yeah. Grabs Lewis by the arm and is like, it says all the shit and knows his name. And it's all very foreboding and stuff. And it's all like, it's very in-depth. I don't remember specifically what he said.
I don't either, but he does beef it.
Yeah, Pascal is his name, like Gage said.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does just fucking die. There was no way he was going to survive that in the first place. I was shocked to find him still alive at the state he was in, because it was like half his skull was off of his head.
Yeah, he got
he wasn't
super
alive.
fucking owned.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he wasn't alive at that point.
Oh,
Maybe.
he was
be.
already
Why
Pascal,
the
the
fuck
friendly
am-
ghost.
Why the fuck else would he know, like, why the fuck else would he know Lewis's name if he wasn't, like, an apparition?
But maybe
He's got one foot in the door.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, he was like, his brain was entering the other realm, so he has a pre-knowledge of things to come. But he could also just already be dead and, like, ghosting it up and shit.
Or just like be like a figment of Lewis's imagination.
And then it's Thanksgiving, so all of the family except for Lewis goes back to Chicago to see their grandparents and stuff like that. But Lewis has a job, so I guess he has to stay. And he's looking after the cat. And then
But he doesn't do a very good job of it.
he does a very,
No.
very bad job of it.
Because Church the kitty runs out into the road and gets splorted.
Yep.
Off screen.
Off screen, yeah. Because we just get a phone call from Jughead Jones, and he's like, "Look at my weird hat. That's weird. Also, I think your cat's dead on my lawn."
Yeah.
And like his reaction is so like Lewis's reaction is so tame. He's just like,
Yeah.
Oh man, this is the last thing I wanted to happen today.
Yeah, like, yeah. God, and then he just deals... Well, you know what? Judd is partially to blame here, because he's like... So he's like, well, your daughter's cat died. I know how to solve this problem. This bad thing that
Judd
happened to
very-
me in the past, let's do it to you, too.
Because it went so
like,
well the
Judd
first
very
time.
much Judd very much does say, like, later we find out that the Judd, like, buried a dog there as a kid, and it came back, and it was a fucked up dog. And he's like, that wasn't my Mickey that came back. That was a weird dog.
Turns out you can't put a fucked up dog anywhere.
No, you shouldn't.
There are certain places you cannot put a fucked up dog. Well, you can, but you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. But fucking Judd, he's like, okay, let's, I'm gonna take you somewhere very special, because we're not gonna force your daughter to contend with the fact that death is a thing that happens in life. We're just gonna do the good thing and, like, walk miles and miles to this Indian burial ground, the Micmac tribe, and bury this dead cat, and then it'll come back to life and things will be great. But watch out. I'm just like, okay, Judd is supposed to be kind of like a positive force in this movie in a sort of way. Like a friendly old man, but also this sucks. Like, this is just not a good decision.
No.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about that, but it's just, I feel like, I mean, obviously that doesn't make for a very good horror movie, but the like, actual adult thing to do in this situation is be like, damn, the cat died. Well, we do live on a really busy road, and I should have seen this coming, so I do take responsibility for this. Well, I guess it's time to teach my daughter about death, because sometimes these things happen, and then we'll get her, but she's young, so she'll bounce back. And then we'll get her a
Well, you
new
say
cat.
that, but don't forget, he did make her that one promise.
He did.
Forever.
Yeah, okay, because they were like, we have to get his nuts chopped off so he doesn't wander away. That worked out really well.
Yeah.
God, that's gotta suck, doesn't it? You pay like $150 for that surgery, then the cat just goes and fucking dies on you next week.
Yeah, it just dies anyway. But then he later says to his wife, like, if he does die, you have to explain it. So he could have just fallen back on that and been like, I accidentally killed the cat. Can you talk to our child about that? Because I don't know how to deal with these things. Because whatever. You know what? They're new parents. You don't really think about having to explain death to your kids, I guess. But you should. Everyone should be thinking about death at all times. Don't be like
actually, they had a housekeeper that at some point commits suicide, but I forget exactly. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
In the book, at least, that's why she offs herself, because she was like,
okay.
I'm certain I will die from the cancer. I do not want to go that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably on that note that she wrote, but I couldn't read her handwriting for the life of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate when there's handwriting in movies, because it's like, or like any sort of text that it's expecting me to read in movies, because I'm like, this isn't a book. If you wanted me to read a book, I would read a book. But this
Excuse me, I believe this is a visual medium?
Yes. No reading, not for my brain. Yeah.
So, yeah, also Pascal, like, Lewis has a vision of Pascal that night, where, like, he leads him out to the pet cemetery and is like, don't come here, the ground is sour.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it.
He wakes up, and then he's like, oh, it's just a dream, but then his pillow is gone.
Well, no,
and his feet are gross.
Covered in dirt. That was the joke, Blair.
Oh. Haha.
It was a goof, and I fooled you.
Uh-huh.
Well. So he buries the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he buries the cat, and the cat's back the next day.
Mm-hmm. And everyone's still in Chicago, so he has to just, like, deal with all this. But the cat's kind of different. It smells bad.
Church is back, and he's pissed.
Yeah. The revenge of Church.
Church is back, pissed, and kind of an asshole.
And smelly.
And smelly. Probably because
Yeah,
he's like
stinky.
a dead corpse thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so he's back, but he's mean. But Lewis is like, this is probably fine. God, I'm just thinking about how many times he makes the same mistake over and over. Just because maybe he doesn't want to explain death, because he's just not very good at dealing with it. You're an adult man and a doctor. And I guess that goes with, like, wanting to save people, but also you probably face death, like, at least once a week, right? In some capacity, because you're just around sick people all the time, and sick people sometimes die. But no, he just can't deal with it. We'll get to the other shit, but Jesus Christ. Lewis goes to Judd, and he's like, I thought maybe I buried it alive, but Judd was like, you felt how dead it felt, so it's, magics and stuff. And he's like, ooh. Then later, they're flying kites. Everyone's back home flying kites. And they're having a great time. Church is there being kind of normal, whatever. Paper plates are flying all over the place. And then some ominous music starts playing. And
oh no,
right? And then little baby Gage, bless you.
Yeah, and from that point on, you realize that kid is just, that kid is not making it.
Yeah, I kind of knew it was coming, but even as it was happening, I was like, oh no, oh shit. Because, Gage starts, we get shots of the truck driver singing very loudly, because he's a hooligan, to his radio.
Yeah. What's he singing?
I don't know, some song, I didn't recognize it. And he's, like, shifting into the next gear so he can go even faster on this residential street. It's great. And Gage is just walking towards the street. Because why not? Oh, he's kiting. Whatever.
Yeah, he's chasing the kite because the string ran out.
And then Judd is like, oh no, your child, run after him. And then, so Lewis does. He runs as fast as he can, but he's not fast enough. And,
Gage gets sick-owned by the truck.
Yup.
Gage gets bad. Gage has a change of state from solid to liquid thanks to this truck.
Mm-hmm.
because Lewis trips and is like he has to like watch it from the prone position. His son get fucking liquidized.
And honestly, this next scene where everyone is screaming, no, was just like such a stark contrast to like the last movie we watched. And other movies, horror movies about grief that I've watched have been just very quiet. This is a very loud movie about grief. Which I guess
this is a very loud, sad movie.
Yeah, which is legit, that kind of like story works still, but it was just like, interesting.
And then I made a really good tweet about the next scene. Hold on.
Okay, pull up that good tweet that you made.
Okay. All right, here we go. It's not a real child's funeral until someone throws a punch and knocks the tiny casket over.
That was a good tweet.
Okay. So he was. Gage probably would have been liquefied, right? It would not have been an open casket where the child body would have been dressed.
Yeah, no, because if you like that obviously it's a closed casket, but like, God, at that point, just like a mason jar will do. You do not need a casket for that body.
They probably put him back together to make him presentable.
But okay. But there's only so much you can do, right? Because the body cannot heal itself anymore, so the stitches will be obvious. And there's a limited amount of makeup you can put on a. Okay, that was at head level. That bumper, that head is clean off of the body, for sure, or at least like mulched, right?
I mean, that guy tried to stop. He was slowing down, sort of.
Yeah, the thing
he
is,
hit the brake.
When Gage full fucking.
This is such a weird movie to talk about for me. I'm sorry.
I was thinking about that.
God. When Gage full fucking altered beast wise from your grave and like comes out of the ground, like that kid's looking pretty okay, right? Like that kid looks like he died from like
that
poisoning
poll, by
or
the way.
starvation.
That was really fun for me.
What's that?
I love that poll, by the way. That was really fun for me.
I'm glad. Finally, I it took over 100 episodes, but I finally made a joke.
Well, it's literally my bio on fucking Twitter. Is rise from your grave.
Maybe that's why I'm thinking of it. Anyways, but yeah, like that, like the zombie kid that shows up later, like that's a kid that looks like he died from like starvation or poison or something. Like that doesn't look like a kid who died from his top half getting cut off from his bottom half by a fast
Peter
truck.
shredded, right? There was no, but then we see his arm flopping out.
He should have looked like
baby
Leprechaun
arm flopped
from
out of the
movie
casket. And
Leprechaun.
we saw a little baby suit on his little like dead baby body.
Yeah, because Lewis gets punched and he gets decked in the fucking face, and like he like goes down and like full arm flails and knocks over the fucking baby casket. Also, how bad of a person is this dude that decks him in the face? Because holy shit, can you imagine going to a father on the day of their son's funeral and saying, you didn't do enough to protect him?
Well, the thing is that was Rachel's father.
Yeah, but if that was, I don't give a shit. The only person who, might have grounds to say that is Rachel, or someone who was there. Not their father not the grandfather of the kid or something. Holy shit, though.
Yeah.
Well, because the implication, and I'm gonna get real here for a second.
Okay.
The implication seems to be that they already did not like Lewis.
Okay, sure.
Like, it just based on context clues, it seemed like that was the reason he actually stayed home for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then her dad says something about you're no good for her, and now look what you've done. And I don't know, I didn't hear a word he was saying. I was too distracted by the fact that he fucking decks Lewis at his own son's funeral.
Horrible. But then some rando guy has the audacity to pull Lewis away and be like, "This is your son's funeral," and he's like, "Yeah, I was just defending myself, right?" What would you do?
Yeah, I got decked in the face.
What would you do in that situation? Anyway, the moral of the story here is that Lewis then takes his child's body and then brings it back to life. All while Ellie is having nightmares about everything that's happening and being like, Dad is trying to do something really bad. You should...
So, I just want to propose this because we're coming up on the 45-minute mark of our show. Is everyone okay with the idea with us just fast-forwarding to the end of the climactic end of the movie, going over a couple just two key things in the middle, and then just getting to the end?
I think we're pretty close anyway.
Yeah.
No, there's like 40 minutes of movie time.
Yeah, but there's not a lot
This
happening.
isn't like the third act.
Yeah, there's
true.
not a whole lot happening. So
we find out that so Ellie, or not Ellie, Rachel's sister or something came back from the dead or something.
Okay. No,
so Zelda.
The sister thing is weird because it really doesn't have any impact on anything.
So okay, but it's I think it's just more to the thesis, the death theme to it, because Rachel describes this story about, which I think is one of the legitimately scariest things in the movie, which is kind of why I want to talk about it. Talks about her sister who had spinal meningitis. Yeah, which made her body contort in weird ways. I guess I don't know anything about the disease, but that sounds right. Very body horror-y. And then she had to watch her sister die while her neck was twisting around because of it.
Oh yeah.
And she was I ran out of the house crying, but maybe I was laughing because the death was so persistent in this house, and it was a dirty secret we had to keep in the back room, and we were never allowed to confront it. And it's this is what this fucking movie is about.
Gotta be fair though, that thing you just said does sound kind of like a Mount Erie line.
Yeah.
It just does. I know I've referenced Mount Erie in 4 of the last 10 podcasts I've recorded, which is not that's not a bar you want to clear that easily.
So
it's just been on my mind. It's a very persistent album.
So, yeah, all that happens. So it's the fucking thesis of the movie. Lewis buries his child again while Ellie's having visions about this happening, and then Rachel sees the ghost that Ellie's been seeing, which is Pascal. Yeah. Pascal. And then she goes on a road trip with Pascal, and it's really fun. He's British, I guess, kind of, ostensibly. And he's guiding her this whole way, and as her way home, and things just kind of fall together in a sort of way. Until she actually gets there. Gage has been buried and has come back from the dead at this point, with a passion, or with a vengeance, I guess, and takes a scalpel and guts Judd, and then slices his mouth open and stuff, and so that's really fun. And then
it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought, my mouth opens vertically way too much, but I could really go for it more horizontal.
Right.
No.
That cut across the middle, and you've got flaps.
Yeah.
But when you need that wide mouth, if you just want to put a hot dog in your mouth sideways all at once.
Yeah.
I've never wanted this.
You should have.
This is what Jensen was talking about when he never asked for this. These are the modifications that were foisted upon him. Mm-hmm. The hot dog mouth.
So, I was thinking this entire time, obviously it's a supernaturally undead baby, but it's this is still a baby, right?
Yeah, does this baby have undead strength?
It must.
Because,
it must, but also it was...
Church didn't. Church was just a shitty cat. Yeah. As soon as Lewis grabbed it by the foot and shoved a needle in its butt,
Yeah.
That's... But, this kid has, this kid is very smart now, for starters.
Yeah, this kid is just, a super baby now, which is great.
Yeah.
Baby geniuses, too.
3.
Yeah.
God damn it, thank you.
I guess all of that makes sense, but also it was very, very silly watching this, small child attack these grown adults.
Watching this small child... Because Rachel shows up and she's oh no, it's my sister. I think I see an apparition of my sister. But then she realizes, oh no, it's Gage. He has a knife. He doesn't look very good. And then he's "Oh, Gage, give me a hug," and then he
This is the
stabs her.
fancy boy scene. He has a cane and a little silk robe and a top hat.
Motherfucker walks on the scene looking like Michigan J. Frog.
It was fabulous. I was like, man, this little boy is so fancy and stylish. This little boy is so evil, but it's very, very
It's a
stylish.
fancy boy.
A very fancy little evil boy. A very strong little fancy evil boy who kills his mother. And then
hangs her somehow.
yeah, with his little fancy evil boy strength.
Yeah.
And then so Lewis has a plan, and it has to do with needles that he's gonna inject with like poison and stuff. So he does
Morphine.
yeah. So he does it with the cat, and that's great. That works out really good. And then he like hunts down Gage, and then it attacks, and he gets bit all over his body. And then the hanged body of his wife falls down. He's like, no, I can't deal with death. This is definitely going to come back later.
Lewis. Oh, sorry.
I
Go.
got a question. Does Ellie ever what happens to Ellie? Is she just like left in Chicago?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's probably for the best.
Well, that's gonna. I mean, yeah, but it's probably for the best. But like, her entire family is now dead.
Yeah.
Like you do.
Like one does. She got her grandparents now. It's fine.
Just like in Manchester by the Sea, except for she's not like addicted to cocaine or beer or whatever.
Yeah, the Lewis v. Gage fight is the one that, like, I'm just like, okay, you could literally just, like, suplex this child. There's no need for all this.
This isn't fucking...
Do some combos, Jesus.
What is the movie with Damien, the baby?
The Omen?
The Omen.
The Omen, thank you. This is not The Omen. You can overpower this child.
But he does eventually. He gets that needle in his neck and then dies, and is like, well,
Yeah.
Gage is like, no fair, no fair.
He's like, well, I tried to bring back these two bodies. That didn't work really well. My wife only just recently died. So I maybe could do it again. They say third time's the charm.
Yeah.
So we see him taking down her body and covering it with a cloth, and then he brings him out, and then the ghost is like, this is a bad idea, and he's like, I don't care. And then it's like, he walks off, and I'm like, sequel bait. Well, you know what, it would, in a good story, it would be, this is an unsatisfying ending, which is purposeful sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
But then he's in the kitchen, and she comes into the kitchen, and then Mohammed Avdal shows up, and he's like, hail to you, and lights her on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a Joe joke.
oh,
Joe joke.
that's good. You
Yeah.
guys could share in that. That was fine.
And she looks way grosser than the actual child that got hit by a truck.
To be fair, maybe Gage did a number on her face with a scalpel.
Maybe.
But also truck.
But also truck.
Yeah,
Is the thing.
Gage did lose half of the bones. Like, half of the bones in his body were just, like, expelled from his system when that truck
Yeah.
hit him.
Well, babies have a lot of bones.
And?
That is true.
But it is true. And then, so,
half of Gage's bones are more than half of my bones.
proposition, babies have a lot of bones. Conclusion, question mark.
Conclusion.
Shock absorption.
Conclusion, shock absorption. He bounced. He hit the road and he bounced.
Like a little plastic doll. Fabulous. Stupid.
This podcast sucks.
Okay, this podcast is very good, and people should be paying us money.
It is.
Patreon.com/.
Patreon.com/fearbaiting.
So, on a scale of...
Well, Rachel stabs Lewis. We didn't
Oh,
say
yeah,
that, but
because
Rachel
they're
stabs
like...
Lewis. On a scale of 0 to 5,
Baby coffins.
Baby coffins.
on a scale of 0 to 5 baby coffins, I'm gonna give this like 3.5.
Okay.
I don't think it's like super good. 3 actually. I don't think it's like super good, but I think it's fun enough. I enjoyed watching it as much as I can enjoy watching a movie about death and grief.
I'm gonna give this a 3 because this is exactly what I expected when I signed up for it. So I'm not disappointed, but that does not make it like a high tier. But it's good. It's exactly what it wanted to be. It did exactly what it set out to, and that's great. Gage?
Yeah, I'd say solid 3. I'm proud to be named after this movie.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
All right, we got questions.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Visit at Foxhole Monster wants to know: do you guys prefer zombie cats or zombie dogs?
I tend to be more of a cat person, and I think that follows in death as well.
I think a zombie cat would be like chill, and like, but like if you had like a zombie dog, like, man, you like show them a bone and like their tail flies off.
Yeah, and if we're talking about like a zombie with the need to hunt, I feel like dogs are kind of, well, it depends on the dog, but dogs tend to freak me out more with their like powerful jaws, way more than cats do.
Well, yeah, that too.
Because cats have sharp teeth.
I always hate that. I always hate that fact of like cats will eat you if you die, and I'm
dogs
like,
will too.
Bitch, good.
A, dogs will too.
A, dogs will too. B, bitch, I hope it does. I do not want my cat to perish with me because it was too pussy to eat my own fucking flesh.
Right.
Too pussy.
Yes, thank you for catching that.
Yeah, cats have very sharp teeth, but they don't have the jaw strength that dogs do. So that's what makes, because I've been bit by a cat before, and that's fine. But I think it would, if a dog bit my hand and it like with like purpose, it would crush my bones, and that's not what I'm into.
Yeah.
Anyway, next question.
Jasmine Marsh at Pidmon wants to know: if a cat killed another pet with a rock, would that be fucked up or what? I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, why did we lie about cats having 8 extra lives? Where did this come from?
I don't know. Probably somewhere in Europe is where I'm gonna guess. Right, because that's where all that weird shit about cats comes from. Right?
Sure.
I'm not sure what they mean by lie.
Every a dog's purpose was a real thing that happened, except for it was a cat.
Yes.
But they couldn't get the cat to act, so they had to make it a dog's purpose.
Cats are notoriously very unionized, and sometimes studios just don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
All cats are communists. Continue next question.
Gotta get those. Gotta find your damn scab cats.
Oh. Yeah.
And lastly, at Disgorging Head, Robin Zeno wants to know: was it weird to you that Herman Munster was in this movie? It was weird to me. I didn't know who this guy was, honestly.
I recognized him, and it was weird to me.
I liked his accent.
Me too.
I liked him. I thought he was a very good actor in this movie.
I wasn't mad about it. Like, I like seeing him here, but I was like, oh, it's you.
I thought it was weird that he just kind of like inserted himself into these people's lives.
Yeah.
Like, here he is on a picnic with them. Like, who are you?
Is that what people in small towns do? Because I live in a suburb.
Oh, I just remembered where I recognized him from because I couldn't fucking place him. He was the judge in My Cousin Vinny.
Oh.
That's where I know him from.
Sure.
That's a good fucking movie. You should. I need to watch that movie again sometime.
I agree that it's a good movie. My favorite thing about that movie is the jumpsuit that the lady wears in it. That looks like a couch.
Oh yeah, Marisa Tomei is good to look at. Apparently, when I was very young, my parents were watching that movie on TV, and there's a scene at the end of the movie when Marisa Tomei is like wearing a really, really like sexual dress, basically. And I apparently like at like age 4, I like walked in the room. And I was like, "Wow, she's really pretty."
So, yeah. Those are all the questions. So let's dive dick first into recommendations.
So my recommendation this week is... Oh, piss, I completely just spaced on it again. Have I recommended Kaiji on this podcast before? If so, too bad. I finished the first season of Kaiji. So I'm going to tell you how the second season of Kaiji opens. Kaiji Season 2 opens with 8 episodes of dudes playing a game of dice where you roll 3 dice. It's like Shitty or Yahtzee.
Okay.
It is the most compelling anime one of the most compelling animes I've ever watched in my life. Somehow, there is an episode where the only thing that happens is someone rolls 3 dice 3 different times, and then people react to it, and that's all that happens. Nothing else. And it's somehow the most, like, it's so fucking good. It's a really fun anime, and it looks different than most animes you think. If you think anime these days, it looks very different from what you would think.
Nice. My recommendation this week is the fact that I finally fucking listened to Dirty Projector's new album that came out in 2017, so like last year. But they hadn't put out something in a grip, and this is a really weird album. It's good. It's really good. It's like a bit more experimental and weird, and that's kind of the shit I like. But still, like, it's like weird pop, which is what I love to listen to. So go check out Dirty Projector's album, especially if you like baths, because I feel like they don't sound the same, but I feel like they have similar energies to them. So That's my recommendation for this week.
Oh yeah, Gage.
Birds are pretty cool.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but for real, my recommendation is I actually rewatched one of my favorite movies from
The Mummy.
2017. Well, no, not that one. Not that one. I recently
Suicide Squad.
that was 2016.
Batman v Superman.
Please
Yeah,
No
go
bully.
on,
Sarah,
sorry.
no bully. Let him speak. Let the man
Sorry.
speak.
let me recommend a good movie for once.
Okay.
I recently rewatched one of my favorite movies from 2017, The Disaster Artist. The true story behind the making of the best worst movie of all time, The Room. And I would like to recommend that because it is an incredibly good movie about one of the most interesting filmmakers in the world today. And I also recommend reading the book because the book is just as good, if not better.
Nice.
But definitely see the movie. It's so good.
Cool. Nice. That's an entire ass podcast. Thank you all so much.
Gage,
Gage, thank you for
thank
being
you for
our
joining
guest
us.
this week.
It was an absolute delight. I've been trying to get you. We've been trying to back and forth about getting you on this show for a year now, and I'm very glad we finally got a chance to have you on.
Yeah.
We've been trying to get me on this show since you guys only had 7 episodes. So
God, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I'm so bad about this.
no, it's okay. Save Shutter Island for me.
Oh, will do.
Oh God, I need to talk about that movie at some point. Yeah.
Nice. So thank you, the listening audience, for tuning in this week. If you liked this episode and would like to support past and future episodes, you can do so at patreon.com/fearbaiting. We have $1 a month tiers, $5 a month tier, and a $10 a month tier with their own little things that go with that.
Yep. $1 a month gets you early access to the episodes. When we get an episode done, I only have to give early access, which is most weeks now. We've gotten into a rhythm. Also, voting on polls when we actually do them, and also I just kicked my computer. Sorry about that. We're putting up a poll for next week's movie. I said that I was going to make Blair watch one of the Purge movies, so
We'll do that. Yeah. Tell me which Purge
Yeah.
to watch.
Vote now on your phone.
Yeah. You also get to make us say something with our flesh mouths.
At $5 a month, yes, and then at $10 a month you get to choose a movie that we watch.
Which also is kind of making us
And
say
I
things
was
with our flesh mouths.
I was talking to, I think, Sophie a couple of weeks ago, and she said she wanted us to do a certain movie, but I can't remember what it was at the top of my head, so we'll talk to her about that.
But we will honor your requests.
So, thank you to Michael Kaiser, my lovely girlfriend Sophie, Kit, Paul Bechtel, and Twitter user Sophie Altergeist for your support.
Nice. Thank you all so much. We love you so much. And we love you even if you're not paying, but we love you more if you pay us money. So
It has objectively been proven that we love you more if you pay money.
if you want to find the show on social media, you can do so at fearbaiting on Twitter, fearbaiting.tumblr.com, or fearbaiting@gmail.com. If you want to find me on social media, at BlairKitch on Twitter, blairkitch.tumblr.com, across the board. Sarah.
If you want to find me, you can check me out on Twitter at GayestLulu or chiesatsunakas.tumblr.com. And check out the Wonder... Did you mention the Wonder Year? Because that's our sister podcast where we do Animorphs. We talk about Animorphs, and it's really fucking good with friend of the show, Seda. Friend of the show and frequent guest, Seda. The only person who's been a guest as many times as Brooks has, which is fucking wild to say. And you can also check me out on Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, a Letism podcast, which I think is a cool podcast.
Cool. Gage, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Yes, if you want to find me on social media, I'm at sane_intolerant on Twitter, saneintolerant.tumblr.com. You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/saneintolerant, where I have a few game playthroughs. Specifically, I've got 2 Evil Within playthroughs, 2 Evil Within 2 playthroughs, 1 Evil Within 1 playthrough, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and then I've also got a couple of my own podcasts on there. Code Jovovich, which is a retrospective on the live-action Resident Evil movies, and Live from Bloodhaven, which is a retrospective on the DC Universe animated original movies. that I still need to actually finish editing the 5th episode for that I recorded back in October.
Yeah, you get there.
Eventually.
Eventually. All right, hell yeah, that's an entire ass episode. Thank you again to everyone. I have been and will continue to be Blair. Okay. And this is Gage. Say
Yes, but only on the astral plane. Oh god, you put me on the spot now. You can put a fucked up guy anywhere.
Thought I didn't want.